Imagine a rich man just made $10 million. First call he make isn't to a financial advisor, it's to a yacht broker. 3 weeks later, you're standing on the deck of a 100-foot yacht with your name on the paperwork. You think the hard part, earning the money, finding the boat, signing the deal, is over. It isn't. The moment that wire transfer clears, you've triggered a rule the brokers never put in the brochure. Veteran owners call it the 10% rule. Every year you own this boat, you will spend 10 to 15% of what you paid for it just to keep it floating and legal. Whether you use it 200 days a year or zero. You just spent $10 million. You also just signed up to spend $5 million more. Every single year for as long as you own it, here's exactly where that money goes. And most of it you will not see coming. Fact 1. Buying the boat just made you an international employer. You think you bought a boat, you actually triggered labor law under international maritime regulations. The crew you're now required to hire makes you a legal commercial employer, not a boat owner with some staff. That means medical insurance, food, uniforms, and paid flights home for mandatory leave for every person living on board. Try to skip this by hiring uncertified crew to save money, and insurers void your entire policy the second they find out. You didn't buy a yacht. You opened an HR department. Fact 2. To move the boat across an ocean, you pay someone else to carry it. You assume that once you own it, you sail it wherever you want. Most owners don't because they can't, not affordably. Burning enough diesel to cross the Atlantic adds brutal engine hours and accelerates the maintenance clock. So instead, owners routinely pay a specialized transport ship $100,000 or more just to carry their own $10 million yacht across the ocean, strapped to a flatbed deck like cargo. You own a boat that for long distances isn't allowed to act like one. Fact 3. Once a year, a crane physically rips your boat out of the ocean. You picture maintenance as the occasional repair. It's stranger than that. Maritime survey standards mandate an annual haul out. A crane lifts your entire yacht completely out of the water, scrapes the hull clean, and recoats it in toxic anti-fouling paint to stop sea life from eating it alive. 2 weeks on dry land, $40,000 to before a single actual repair is made. Fact 4. Your insurance has a trapdoor built into it. You pay 1 to 2% of the boat's value a year for insurance, $100,000 to $200,000 on a $10 million yacht, and assume that covers you anywhere you go. It doesn't. Most policies include a cruising warranty restricting exactly where you're insured. Covered for the Mediterranean and decide to sail into the Caribbean during hurricane season instead? Coverage cancels instantly. Crossing into a new zone means a surcharge that can double the cost of the trip, and you only find out when you try. The move that feels like the fix by month 6, you've done the math and you're rattled. Obvious next move, feel smart, rent the boat out when you're not using it. Let charter income offset the bleeding. This is exactly the decision that traps most new owners further. Fact 5. Renting it out doesn't save you. To legally charter, you must first spend hundreds of thousands of dollars upgrading the vessel to international commercial safety compliance before a single guest ever steps aboard. Then charter guests arrive and treat the interior like a hotel room they're trying to destroy. Torn upholstery, wrecked jet skis, demands for 5-star chefs. The charter broker takes 15 to 20% commission off every booking. Most owners who try this never break even. You haven't built income, you've converted your relaxation asset into a stressful business that's still losing money. Fact 6. You're not legally allowed to drive it yourself. You imagined yourself behind the wheel, alone, captain of your own fortune. Maritime law disagrees. A vessel this size is classified as commercial, not recreational, and requires a permanent live-aboard crew. Minimum 4, captain, engineer, chef, stewardess. Salaries alone run $400,000 to $500,000 a year before you've burned a single drop of fuel. Fact 7. The boat can never turn its own power off. You assume a parked boat costs nothing. It doesn't work that way. Cut electricity for too long, and toxic black mold grows inside within days. So the boat stays plugged into the marina's industrial power grid around the clock, running air conditioning and humidity control even while empty. The bill for a boat doing absolutely nothing, $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Fact 8. Parking it costs more than most people's rent. Public docks won't take a vessel this size. You need a luxury marina, and marinas charge by the foot per night. For 100 feet of yacht, roughly $100,000 to $150,000 a year just to stay tied to a pier in one spot. Fact 9. Fuel isn't measured in miles, it's measured in minutes. You finally take it out. A 100-foot motor yacht doesn't measure mileage. It measures gallons per hour, roughly 120 of them burning $500 to $600 of diesel every single hour the engines run. A single fuel top-off at the dock, $30,000 to $50,000. You haven't even left for a real trip yet. Fact 10. The boat lost value before you even left the dock. You assume, like real estate, the boat holds its value over time. It doesn't. A yacht depreciates the moment it's built, typically 15 to 20% gone the instant instant it leaves the shipyard. The same way a new car loses value driving off the lot, except this car cost $10 million. One more thing working against you the entire time. Quietly in the background, salt water itself. It's corrosive. It eats steel, rots wood, fries electronics, whether you use the boat or not. Walk away from maintenance to save money, and the ocean does the rest of the damage for free. The 5-year math you never saw coming. You bought the yacht for $10 million. 5 years of the 10% rule, negatives $5 million to $7,500,000 in running costs. Fuel and transport across that period. Roughly 99 negative $900,000. You sell it after 5 years for around $6,500,000. Yachts hold roughly 60 to 65% of value if well maintained. Total cash gone, somewhere between $8.8 and $11 million to own something for 5 years and hand most of it back. You didn't buy a $10 million yacht, you bought the right to set $1 to $1.5 million on fire every single year, with no pause button, no refunds, and a boat that's working against you the entire time you're not looking. This is exactly why an increasing number of billionaires have quietly stopped buying boats altogether and started chartering instead, and that single decision exposes a second trap hiding even deeper inside the luxury world. One we're breaking down next.